What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. We've got some really interesting news today and a handful of questions, so let's dive into the tech news. First, our first story of the day is about the Galaxy Watch 5. Now, Galaxy Watch 4 came with the names of Galaxy Watch 4 and Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. The Classic was the quote-unquote better one. It had the bigger display, it had the bigger battery, it had the rotating bezel. Now, what about the Galaxy Watch 5? Well, we spoke about there being a Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, but now there's going to be no Galaxy Watch 5 Classic, so there will only be the Galaxy Watch 5 and the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, no Classic. So, I mean, it's really just the moniker of the name, but I actually do love hearing the word Pro in there, because Classic to me, when I hear the word Classic, it kind of sounds old. It doesn't sound very new. So I'm glad they're getting rid of that name and going to change it over to the Pro. And it sounds like the Pro will only come in one size as well. So keep that in mind. Next few stories are all about the Galaxy Watch 4, and a lot of interesting information is starting to leak out of the rumor mills now. And we're going to know basically the display size, what it's going to look like, kinda, S Pen, why it's not there. So let's check these stories out. So let's get into the first tweet, and this is from Ice Universe, and he's saying that the internal screen ratio of the Fold 3 is currently 5:4, and that the Fold 4 is going to be closer to a square, aka sounds 4:4. And here's what he thinks it will look like. This is a Z Fold 3 on the left. This is the Z Fold 4 on the right. Some key takeaways are obviously the Z Fold 4 does look a little bit more square. The Fold 4 looks a little bit shorter. I don't know if I would say that the Fold 4 looks wider. I mean, maybe. I mean, it's tough to see. He also says that this ratio and this look of this phone isn't 100% of what it's going to look like. It's potential, but it's really what he thinks it might look like. So keep that in mind. And then also to add on to this, he drops us the display sizes, saying that the Z Fold 3 is 7.55 inches and that the Z Fold 4 will be 7.56 inches. So kind of interesting stuff with the display on here. At the most, I hope that, and again, it's hard to tell, but I hope that the Z Fold 4, even if it's going to be shorter than this, I hope that it's at least wider. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm losing display, which is weird because you would expect that if it's 0.01 inches larger, you would think that the display is going to be a little bit wider, right? Or something to make up for the loss of the height. So that remains to be seen. Also with the Z Fold 4, you might be wondering why they removed the S Pen after we're hearing rumors that they might have it. And it looks like Chun is saying the cost of production is the main reason why Samsung decided to ditch the S Pen slot on the Z Fold 4. This might suggest that this year's Z could be cheaper than last year, and that's kind of what we've been hearing, is that it's going to be cheaper, not only from a production standpoint because they're producing more, but now also if they didn't put the S Pen in, that would help reduce the cost of as well. And we heard rumors that they didn't put the S Pen in there because of the fact that they didn't want to make the battery smaller. And speaking of the battery, Ice Universe said that the good news is that the Z Fold 4 is lighter and thinner, and that the battery will still be 4,400 milliamps considering the superior energy efficiency of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. I'm optimistic about the battery life. So that was the other little bit of information that came out as well. So same battery size as the Galaxy Z Fold 3, smaller, lighter, slightly bigger display on there, better processor, no S Pen integration, just the same as the Z Fold 3. Better cameras, much better cameras, Galaxy S22 Ultra type cameras. So some interesting stuff to look forward to. Your question of the day is, what do you think of the Z Fold 4 so far? Do you think it's seeming like a minimal upgrade or a big upgrade? Let me know in the comments down below. With that said, let's jump into the Q&A portion of the video and drop that beat. First question of the day comes from Shajil Sazad. Do you think Samsung will put a 4K display on the Tab S Ultra models in the near future because the S8 Ultra is 14.6 size and doesn't look as sharp as something like the Tab S8 Plus, aka hope to see the 4K resolution on a 15-inch sized laptop? You know, that one wouldn't surprise me if they throw a 4K display maybe next year. Because, I mean, what else are they going to add into these tablets that they haven't already added? So I think a 4K display would actually be pretty sweet, and I can maybe see that happening. Will it happen next year? It wouldn't surprise me if it didn't. It wouldn't surprise me if it did. I'm hoping they do, though. Sully's Corner is saying, I've just had another S22 Ultra update, 400 megs. That's in the UK. I was wondering if the update happens on data on phone gets used up. What happens to the other data for that particular reason? Does it get wiped or stay on phone? That's a good question. I'm not fully sure on like what, I mean, I know all these updates, I don't think they're taking away and taking away. They're taking away a bit of information, but a lot of it's probably just being rewritten and then deleted on the next update, the stuff that's being similar. I'm guessing that's what happens. You can always wipe your cache from your phone that way and from recovery mode and get rid of some of that information as well. Last question comes from Calm Cool Collective. How much of a price drop should we expect on the Z Fold, on the Fold 3 if the Fold 4 releases at $1699? I would guess they're probably going to discontinue the Fold 3. I can't see a reason why the Fold 4 being somewhat similar that they would keep the Fold 3 around. I would guess they would, again, just get rid of it. And then in terms of a price drop, I would assume it's probably only going to be a few $100. When and if there's leftover inventory, I would guess it would probably be, I don't know, $12.99, $13.99, something like that, if I had to guess. There you guys go. That is your questions for the day. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below with the word question, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.